What up, ninjas? Just thought I'd pop on here real quick. Just got done cleaning my school. Was just sort of like thoughts playing out in my head. And sometimes I'll get students that'll send me messages like, hey, haven't been in class, not feeling motivated. Not feeling motivated. Motivation's a weird thing. There's like an entire industry based on motivation. Like there's motivational speakers, there's motivational books, motivational courses, motivational this, motivational that. But to me, like motivation is how you feel in the moment. It's kind of about you, like how you feel. Like I went to class, I had a great class, so I'm feeling motivated. I feel good, I'm motivated, so I'm gonna act again based on motivation. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow because I'm motivated today. Or I wake up in the morning and I'm like, man, I'm not feeling that motivated today, so I'm not gonna do it. So it's sort of like these highs and lows. You might come to class and have a great experience and kick everybody's butt and get all these submissions and feel like it's great. You're on a high, so you're motivated. But then you come in again and you hit that low because maybe you don't have a great day or whatever, and so now you're not motivated anymore. So when you act based on motivation, it's kind of how you feel. But if you think about the word motivation, it's kind of a mental construct. It's not even like real. It doesn't exist. It's something going on between your ears. It's a conversation in your head. So if you're not motivated, it's probably because of the way that you're interpreting your present moment experiences. Maybe something externally is not making you feel motivated, like your partner's driving you crazy, or you had a bad day at work, or so forth. But again, you're starting to operate based on like how you feel. But what's beyond like motivation then? So like if we're not trying to be motivated, what are we trying to do? Well, a step beyond motivation would be inspiration. It's bigger than you. And if you look up the word inspiration and trace it all the way back to its original roots, it means to be divinely guided. Well, that's kind of cool. It's bigger than me, divinely guided. Well, what does that mean? It can mean whatever you want it to mean. It could be something bigger than you. It could be like maybe it's the word God works for you, or the universe, or something bigger than you. Or maybe that doesn't work into your vocabulary, and so you don't have to go down that path at all. Maybe it's just you. Maybe it's your higher self, your better self, the one that, your ideal self, the one that's achieving all the goals. So maybe you're putting your stock in your faith in that. Well, faith is a weird word. Faith sometimes feels weak too, because it's like, what do you mean faith? I want to be motivated. I want to beat my chest. I want to be motivated. Well, faith is a great thing because faith requires trust in something bigger. But faith without like action isn't going to get you anywhere. So you have to like actually take action. You need to come to class. You need to train. You need to have both good and bad experiences. And in spite of good and bad, you're still acting, right? You're going to have an ebb and you're going to have a flow. You're going to have an ebb, you're going to have a flow. But without the ebb, there's no flow, and vice versa. So it's you taking action and remembering that like this thing in your head, you're the only thinker in your head. So there's no other being or thing or whatever that's making you think the thoughts that you think. So you get to interpret those thoughts however you want, and either let them control you or not control you. Let them empower you or disempower you. Jiu-jitsu can be the most rewarding thing that you've ever experienced, but you got to be okay with the highs and the lows, and know that the highs serve you and the lows serve you. In fact, the lows sometimes serve you even more because the lessons are so big and obvious. They feel big and obvious if you're looking for them. So let go of motivation. Move towards inspiration with faith, but with action and discipline. What's discipline? It's like a muscle. I love what Jocko says, discipline equals freedom. And that makes a lot of sense because when you're disciplined in your life, when you're disciplined about your goals, when you're disciplined about the things that you want to achieve, there's a much higher chance that you're going to achieve them. So yeah, discipline does equal freedom because when you achieve your goals, you are now free from those goals and to enjoy all of the benefits and all of the great things that come with them, and free to work towards the next thing too, right? Get the blue belt, you're working towards the purple belt. But again, it's always that ebb and the flow. We want balance, but balance is this. It's a little left, it's a little right, and it's somewhere in the middle. It only really crosses the middle though, if you think about it. So true balance is really kind of a little bit of this. It's sort of this. little here and a little here. Always crossing the middle though, right? Always crossing the middle. So the goal is to be in the middle, but knowing that it's always going to waver a little left and a little right. And, you know, we're talking about jiu-jitsu, but we're also talking about life, because to me, everything that happens on the mats is just really like preparation for what I'm going to achieve when I go back out into the real world and what I'm going to face in the real world, and realizing that, yeah, life is a high and a low, and I'm okay with the highs and the lows. And I know that they both serve me, and that nothing's against me. It's all here to serve me and to serve you too. So I don't know. I hope that it helps somehow. I don't know if it does or not. But have an awesome day, and I hope that you can find some inspiration. Os, but with discipline. Remember, discipline equals freedom. Os.